gonna throw in the Duke UNC for the people who like that, because there are those people. But let's get right off to our favorite team, which should be your favorite team, the Atlanta
The Atlanta.
Hawks. We will be on a back-to-back. We did win last night, even though we had a lead, and then we almost blew it in true Atlanta Hawk fashion. But with
I
that,
wouldn't say we almost blew. I mean, they got it down to 4 with 20 with 15 with we had the ball with 20 something seconds left.
hey
I
man, we,
mean,
we had a double-digit lead for the majority of the game. Eventually, we have to start finishing games.
we won by 7. I think we did have. I mean, that game, the Hawks ended up playing the Jazz last night, and that was a big game for us because the Jazz blew us out in Atlanta. Just this, of course, we played them when they were really good, and they took the league by storm. Lauri Markkanen and nobody knew about him, absolutely blew us out. So amidst all the turmoil and BS that's going on around the Hawks, this was actually a big game. This was a big game for us, and we ended up.
Mackenzie, what's good, brother?
Matt?
Wait, AJ,
being disrespectful.
AJ, brother.
Matt
You are
Wilborn,
Lakers.
what's good, bro?
You don't even know who's gonna be on your roster. Your whole team could be different in a few hours. And let me tell you,
I don't want to be disrespectful, man, but y'all living on
Hey,
the laurels. Y'all
boy.
living on laurels. Nobody respects
Boy.
y'all little bubble ring, bro. Nobody respects
and on
y'all
top of
bubble
that,
ring.
your answer is Kyrie Irving, big flat Earth. You better take your ass home. But back to the original, we are playing the Nuggets tonight on a back-to-back on the West Coast.
I might have to stick with 5G.
This is a game.
Shit. Connection.
This is a game. Yeah, you're right. Worldwide leader. I think that this is a schedule loss. This is probably a game that we don't win. The Nuggets are playing excellent basketball. They have an MVP candidate, and we do not have an All-Star. We are on a back-to-back. They play.
Joker and Aaron Gordon are questionable for this game.
All right. With that said, we will not be picking this game until the injury report comes all the way out. Because just in case there is an opportunity that we could win this game, because if Joker and Aaron Gordon don't play, well, we better win. But we won't know that because they won't tell us. I wouldn't tell us either.
Yeah, Joker's got a hamstring. Aaron Gordon's got an ankle. Gillespie and White are both out. Nobody matters. Once I read the names, I realized that I was a waste of 3 seconds of breath.
Yeah, I was about to say Gillespie. Last Gillespie, I knew that was Florida.
You talking about Dizzy?
Yeah.
No.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't figured out, we are lit.
I am early.
There is a see, all my drinks are 2 for 1. That's a different discussion for a different night, for a different time. But let's just go ahead.
I mean, that's 2 beers, that's 2 beers, 1 mug. So it is what it is.
We are highly inappropriate, but like I said, Chinese weather balloon on the way anyway, baby. So we rock with what we got. Of course, we were picking the Hawks, even though they should probably lose. We still picking them. We rock with our team.
I got the Hawks.
Next up, we have Wizards versus Nets. Hey AJ, you might want to watch this game because Kyrie might be your point guard next. With this said, I honestly think that this is a game that the Nets should probably win. But the Wizards are so weird.
Wait, hold on. I missed that part. Why should the Nets win this game?
Is KD playing?
No.
Oh, you're right. He's hurt. Oh, no. Wizards and Kuzma should get the job done. The Wizards have quietly put together, I will consider like an all-star cast of guys who I do not think are very good on good teams, but can be good on a bad team. And Kuzma, Beal, and Kristaps are that to me.
Kind of like Jazz, right? The Jazz are kind of the same.
No, hell no. The Jazz at one point were playing very good basketball.
When?
The Wizards.
I mean, well, you know, you're right.
Thank you. And the Jazz are younger, and I think that especially that Walker Kessler, Lauri Markkanen, I wouldn't trade Colin Sexton unless I could get something, that I really like back.
But they signed him to such a tradable contract, though.
Don't matter. And on top of that, we're going to revisit this Cleveland deal, but trading one All-Star for another All-Star and giving them 85,000 picks is surely something.
In Utah? Well, I mean, what's up, Neen? So here's the thing.
What you mean?
I don't think Cleveland got fleeced like Minnesota. I think the Minnesota trade was so bad that you're going to skip right over the Cleveland trade. You're going to skip right over that.
So my thing with that trade is it looks worse because they don't know how to make it work.
Who? Which one?
I think
the Jazz or
the
Minnesota?
Timberwolves don't. No. The Jazz are a young team and they're middle of the pack. Like I don't hate that team. I think they're around 500. That's a step up for a team that we thought was going to be in the tank.
The Jazz are currently the issue with 27 and 27. Yep.
The Timberwolves have all of those guys, and it just doesn't look good.
But we knew the Timberwolves weren't going to look good from the beginning. When they traded Gobert, I said, I don't understand what they're trying to do.
Stop blaming Gobert. That's not his team. Where's Karl-Anthony Towns?
Karl-Anthony Towns is not a 4. That was Karl-Anthony Towns. They're trying to make Karl-Anthony Towns Tim Duncan, and that's not going to happen. You can't put Karl-Anthony Towns, who is a 5, at the 4. Only Tim Duncan could do that and be a Hall of Fame type player. Karl-Anthony Towns can't do it. Not with today's basketball. Maybe in the 90s you could be a 4 if you were Karl-Anthony Towns because you would be able to. 4s were more in the paint players. 4s are Kevin Durant now. They play on that. John Collins shoots threes.
Well, he need to stop doing that too. He went 1 of 7 last night. Somebody need to tap you on the shoulder,
we was 2 of 20 something last night. But back to the Timberwolves. He's not there. This wasn't going to work at all.
Who is the leader of that team? Who's the leader of that team?
Anthony Edwards. You can't argue it either.
How you gonna let the youngest person on the team be the captain? The rest of y'all chumps is doing.
What do you mean? When has what's his name ever been the captain? Come on, man. Okay, don't expect you see what he is. He's a role player.
So let me fix it.
He's the talent.
Karl-Anthony Towns gets paid too much damn money to not be effective and not be dominated.
Karl-Anthony Towns is not a AJ. I vehemently disagree. He is not a 4. Karl-Anthony Towns is a 5.
Triple word score.
He's soft. He's a soft 5.
Hey, yo, my friend. What
soon as I said,
yo, bro.
He's a soft center. Golly, that's not better.
Hey, at this point, let me help my co-host out. Karl-Anthony Towns is not the guy we would believe him to be. We would believe that he would be a lot more aggressive and possibly dominate, especially at the 4. And it's not materializing. But the thing about it is, you have to have better spacing if you're going to try to have 2 7-footers on the floor. You have to be creative. You just can't put these guys on different spots on the floor and then just think it's going to work without you engineering something.
Would you pair Miles Turner with Clint Capella? It's the exact same thing. It's the same thing. Only the 2 players are better. But Karl-Anthony Towns, unless he's going to shoot only mid-range, unless he's going to shoot only 3s, he can't operate in the paint with Rudy Gobert there, which he doesn't have the foot speed to create his own shot unless he's in the paint. Like and I think they did Karl-Anthony Towns a disservice by signing him. I think they should have signed somebody else who was a little bit more, who could operate more like Karl-Anthony Towns if you're going to do the 2 7-footers. I would have rather them see. I would rather see Miles Turner and Karl-Anthony. If you're going to trade that much, you could have traded less, got Miles Turner, and he would have been a better fit with Karl-Anthony Towns than Rudy Gobert.
But this is the thing: you blame Karl-Anthony Towns because he refuses to play defense. He could just be a good defender. None of this would be a problem.
Yes.
He could.
Then they could get a traditional 4. Yeah, you're right. I mean. Or you could, that's his deficiency, right? And he's got to get better over time. They went and got Rudy Gobert.
He's 80 years old now. He ain't no young.
He's like 26. Where's my phone? Where's my other phone? Karl Towns like 26, 27 years old. Even if that.
Either way, he's been in the league a whole long time. He refuses. This team is so, and I can't say a lot because our team is kind of in the same position, just not working the way that it should.
He's 27.
I think that ours is a little bit different, and we are notoriously a second half team. So I think that we can turn it around. The Timberwolves look like
the Timberwolves
something.
need the, and honestly,
Oh,
D'Lo too. D'Lo need to go. You need to trade D'Lo. I trade D'Lo for Kyrie Irving. That's a sneaky team that they could probably go get Kyrie.
and send them take him back to Brooklyn.
If I'm trading you, where I trade you is not of my concern as long as it's not detrimental to me.
I'm talking about D'Lo coming back to Brooklyn. Remember that's
Yes.
where he was an All-Star.
Yes, go ahead. Peace out. If you don't want to go,
All right,
that's
so
not my concern. Play better.
We picking the Wizards in this game. Next up, AJ, I hope you're still in here. Lakers versus Pelicans. Lakers versus Pelicans. No surprise to any of you. There's a guy who you can count on not being there. Who will that be? Zion Williamson, like I told you. Am I a hater or is he street clothes junior?
Oh man, yeah, he could be.
And,
Lakers, Pelicans. Only Austin Reeves is out. Zion Williamson is out. Daniels is
always.
out. AD and LeBron are going to win this game. I got them winning this game because they have something to prove, especially AD. AD didn't get picked into the All-Star game and put up 31 and 14. So I got AD and Bron.
How is he gonna be picked to be an All-Star? You can't play in the game. That's like doing extra credit and you ain't doing regular credit, bro. You don't play enough games to think that you're gonna play in a game that don't matter.
What about Street Clothes Jr.? Street Clothes Jr. is picked as an All-Star. He's played two more games than AD.
Do you think he's playing in that All-Star game?
I'm just saying he got picked as an All-Star. I didn't say play. He got picked. AD didn't get picked. So he's upset about getting picked. Or DeMar DeRozan, but that's another conversation for another day.
Now DeRozan should be picked.
Shit, me over James Harden?
Yes.
Why? Over Trae Young? There's no way. Yo, you can't hold people to a certain standard about wins and losses. They have a terrible team and stat padding and all that. And the Bulls are ass. The Bulls are ass. There's no reason that he should be one.
DeMar DeRozan is the person on that team. Vooch is old, and Zach LaVine is sometime.
Okay.
Now, wait, hold on, let me finish. 76ers, you have an MVP candidate that you can throw the ball to. I think that I could probably average 7 assists passing the ball to Joel Embiid. Now, I'm not taking anything away from him. I've been an advocate for Harden, even when y'all called him fat and out of shape and said that he was never going to be anything. My brother, Cedric, once again, holla at you, prisoner of the moment. So with that said, all the rest of those teams have a bunch of players. The Bulls don't really have. They have an old center. Patrick Williams is not the power forward he's supposed to be. Lonzo Ball has been hurt since he put them shoes on. And Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan don't like each other. Still I rise.
And you pick DeMar DeRozan.
Yes.
To make the All-Star.
I don't hate that pick.
Over Trae Young. You could say everything that you just said for Trae Young and
Trae Young's not the best player on his team.
But Trae Young averages more points and more assists.
Trae Young is not the best person on his team.
What does that mean? If you're the best person on a bad team, that doesn't make you an All-Star? What is that? What are you talking about?
I feel like he's doing a lot of heavy lifting basically by himself. Trae
Young ain't lifting
is
shit. You doing a lot of trying. You ain't lifting. You losing.
That boy Reddy said, son, I need you to understand, you're not lifting, you're losing. You're losing all the damn time. Can't have it. Won't have it.
I like DeMar DeRozan. He's one of those guys that
win with it.
But I mean, they are awful.
So you did talk me into picking the Lakers. They are trying to make a trade.
They 24-27. Man, ain't no way 24-27 DeMar DeRozan should be an All-Star. But yes, I'm picking the Lakers over the Pelicans.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm picking the Lakers. You're right. They got to send a message. If not, then who's gonna want to go there? I don't think that anybody should go there in the first place, but such is life. Next,
this is a do not pick game.
What? Suns versus Pistons?
Suns Pistons is a do not pick game. Cam Johnson's out, Cam Payne's out, Devin Booker's out, Landry Shamit's out, Corey Joseph's out, Margaret Bagley's out. Somebody else, Cade Cunningham out.
He been done for the season.
Oh yeah, Shin out for season OFS. And the Pistons aren't good, but the Phoenix Suns are missing everybody. Who you picking? Do not bet.
So y'all, send us, number one, do not bet. Number two, send us some jerseys. We ready to hoop. I'm in, the old new age Draymond Green.
I'm Anthony Mason.
Yeah,
I'll just be big and out of shape and knock people out.
I'm glad I'm a Hall of Famer, boy. And you just a problem. Damn.
Yeah.
So yeah,
sometimes the teams need just a problem.
I'll get into that. Next up, we're gonna talk about Clippers versus Knicks.
Another place for Kyrie to go.
Yeah,
Clippers.
but I mean, do you know if Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are part-time players or not? I think they have another job. I am convinced that they're like superheroes on the side, so they go fight. And that's the reason they can never be available. And you never know if and when they're going to play. And you never know what injury is the reason that they don't play. In this game, I think you have to pick the Clippers.
The only person out for the Clippers is John Wall. I am picking the Clippers. Mitchell Robinson is not playing. The way that you beat the Clippers.
Oh, that means that you got Isaiah Hartenstein as your starting center. Zubats, hey, man, it's time for you to boogie tonight, man.
The only way you beat the Clippers is you outplay them in the paint. There's no – your wings are going to get locked up. We literally watched the Hawks play the Clippers, and Paul George and Kawhi Leonard just decided to win the game after we were winning.
And I think that the other unfortunate part about the Knicks is Kawhi and Paul George can guard all of the guys who are good on your team.
Everybody. They can switch. They can do. That's what they did against the Hawks. John Collins and DeJounte Murray were going crazy in the first half, and they just put Kawhi Leonard on John Collins and Paul George on DeJounte Murray and made life difficult. And Terrence Mann on Trey, who is the wild card on this team. I'm going with the Clippers over the Knicks. I think it's going to be a great game. Julius Randle is playing out of his mind this year. Jalen Brunson is sick day to day, but he's going to play. He's not going to not play this game. But I got the Clippers. I got the Clippers in this game. I think the Clippers, if they can stay healthy, the team that they are right now has a chance to make it to the Western Conference Finals. The team that they are right now.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think is about? Because I talked to my barber about this yesterday. What do you think is the percentage that they stay healthy?
Load management.
No, let's just say what do you think the percentage is?
You got to factor in load management, don't you?
Hold up. Let me finish my statement. So, what do you think the percentage that Paul George, and because that's the people we're talking about, and Kawhi Leonard are healthy to start the playoffs?
They do load management right, which they will, which I'm assuming they will. I would say to start the playoffs, 75%, 75 to 80% that they are healthy to start the playoffs. Will they make it
so
through
there's
the
two
playoffs?
things. That you are bullish on them starting. 80% is high because we haven't seen them play. I can't remember how many games together, but it ain't been that many. And it also sounds like you don't think that they'll make it through the playoffs healthy.
Well, I mean, because you have to play every game in the playoffs, and every game is every game. There is no load management in the playoffs, and every game is every other day. So if every game is every other day, what do old folks say? What do older athletes say? Hell, we worked out all year round and played year round because we had to condition our bodies. We don't do that anymore. Load management is taking that off. So if you're only going to play 60% of the games and your body is used to playing 60% of the games, especially for Kawhi and Paul George, for the last 5 years, they played probably an average of 50% of the games. I wouldn't be surprised. So if your body can't handle playing every other day, what makes you think you can't do it in the regular season? What makes you think you don't do it in the playoffs? Unless they're going to play through some injuries, which they are possibly capable of doing. But
I mean, eventually you're going to have to play through some injuries. And why? I I can't explain it. Kawhi been hurt since he left San Antonio.
And still won a chip while he was hurt.
Yep. Next up, I think we're both picking the Clippers in that one. Next up, Blazers versus Bulls.
I mean, Blazers. Bulls suck.
The Bulls are on the precipice of blowing it up. Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan don't like each other for whatever reason, which is mind-boggling to me. Vooch is old. Lonzo foot never gonna be the same after he wore those big baller brand shoes. Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams looks to be a defense only guy. I'm picking the Blazers, who seem to be kind of getting it together. And once again, a guy who I really like, who's starting to put it together on a super regular basis, and I think is right on the verge of being like a star. Anthony Simons.
Man, you motherfucker! I said that last year. I said he was gonna be good last year. I was like, if the Hawks are gonna make a trade for him. Go ahead and get him. You were like, no. You battled me on that I've been waiting on that all season.
Well,
I've been waiting on you to say that all season.
Well,
and you battled me on that the whole time. And I was like, yo, Anthony Simons is gonna be nice. He could score. And you were like, no. Man.
Well, no. I mean, because we got DeJounte Murray. As much as I like,
but we didn't have DeJounte at that point. We didn't have DeJounte. We got DeJounte.
Well, DeJounte was on my wish list, and he was higher than Anthony Simons.
Okay, well, Kevin Durant was on my wish list too, but we didn't get him. So I mean, like, Anthony Simons at the time last year was attainable. We could have made a trade last year for him. Now I'm not complaining that we have DeJounte, but you battled me on Anthony Simons the whole year, and I was like, dog, he's good. Like, he's killing us.
And I'm acknowledging that he is putting together something. You know, with me, you don't just get to show up. You get to show up, have 3 good weeks of basketball. I'm like, oh yeah, he's a star. Nah, I'm not a believer. End of the year.
Okay, that's fine. But Anthony Simons, you're right though. To say all of that, I do agree. Anthony Simons is a problem. He looks like he has fully stepped into the CJ McCollum role. I don't know how that really changes their team.
Their dynamic is still the same. It's still the same. Now I do think that Nurkic is supposed to come back. I think I saw that when he's healthy, he's good. But I just know he's another guy who just can't stay healthy enough for it to be of any value. But we're picking the Blazers in this one. This next game is very interesting. It is the Heat versus the Bucks. The Heat are somehow better than the Atlanta Hawks, even though they have Kyle Lowry and Duncan Robinson.
Playing him. That's why he ain't played. When last time Kyle Lowry played?
Kyle Lowry plays every night.
I thought he was hurt.
No, Duncan Robinson is null and void.
Null and void.
Yo, the Duncan Robinson fiasco, which I told y'all. I said, what does he do? Well, he shoots threes.
Run around and shoot three. They try to make him Kyle Korver.
Hey, if you haven't figured out, all of these guys are learning how to shoot now. And
everybody.
If you can only do, oh my goodness, he averages this season looks like 18 minutes in the games that he plays, and he averages 6.9 points a game, 1.9 rebounds, 1.2 assists, and he's getting paid like $20 million a year. Congratulations, Miami. You have bought a lemon. We told you about it, and you did it anyway. Shout out to the Splashcast. Once again, what do we do? Specialize in being right.
He's getting paid $20 million. I thought he was 15. Yeah, Kev, you're right. One-way players are done. One-way players are done. Duncan Robinson may be.
He ain't a one-way. He's a half a way. He can't dribble. He can't do but one. Like, if I consider Trey a one-way player.
One-dimensional, I guess, is the better. One-dimensional players are done in the league. You can't just be a shooter. You can't just be you have to, minimal, you got to be PJ Tucker. You got to play defense and shoot, or you have to be really good on all aspects of offense, or really good on all aspects of defense. But you can't just be a shooter. Can't do it.
This is what it is. 5-year, $90 million. Duncan Robinson.
That's $18 million a year.
Yeah, that's nauseating.
$18 million. Man.
You know where he would look good? on the Nets.
Yeah.
Give me Kyrie Irving and you take 2 of my bad contracts. You take Fat Lowry and you take don't play Duncan. Yeah.
Well,
I'll deal with
the Nets. Why would the Nets do that?
Because
Here come AJ
you can.
with the
I
trade
mean,
shooting a worse percentage than LeBron. LeBron got a worse record than the Hawks. Ha ha ha.
oh, that was a shot and a shot back. Well, I think that Duncan Robinson. I don't think he forgot how to shoot, and the Nets need some shooting.
But why would you give up Kyle Lowry? Why would you give up Kyrie? Just because Kyrie Irving requested it. You remember Kevin Durant requested a trade during the summer, and they said no.
Wait. There's a big. We are not putting Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant in the same of any boat. I don't care if Noah come down and it starts raining. They don't get in the same arc together. Let me tell you that right now. Kyrie is volatile. He don't come to work all the time. He runs people off. Kevin Durant asked for a trade, but he still comes out every night and busts ass when he plays.
Well, they came to an understanding before the season. They told him no. They can tell Kyrie like, look, we're not getting getting the return that we want. We'll just fine you.
But this is the thing. You know Kyrie will look death in the eye.
Fine.
It's proven.
We'll play
KD will break. And then the other part is Kyrie is on the expiring contract. So if you don't trade him, you're going to trade those players that you traded to get him. And then he's going to walk away with no assets. And then he wasn't traded there. He's a free agent, wasn't he?
Yeah, he signed. He didn't trade nothing.
But he's still an asset. I'm trying to trade him before I lose him.
But why would the Heat why would Brooklyn do that? I could get something way better than Fat Lowry and Duncan Robinson. I can get a way better tandem than that. Way better.
And you could probably get a draft pick or 2. I would ask for.
Man, I'm not no. Kevin Durant, if you're gonna do that, you need to trade Kevin Durant too. Because he's gonna leave. He's gonna leave immediately.
I mean, I'm not against that either.
Then I would restart the Kevin Durant to the Hawks. I would restart that up.
And I mean, I think that's a really good answer for them. I mean, you could probably I would say, hey, first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna give me Clint or Kungwu. You're giving me John Collins, and you're giving me Hunter.
You're not taking Hunter. I'll give you Bogey.
Oh yeah, you're right, Bogey.
I'm not giving.
It would be Bogey.
My starting 5, if we were to do that, since we're here, it would be Trey, DeJounte, Hunter, Durant, plug and play. Don't matter who it is. And then on the bench, it would be, AJ Griffin, Jalen Johnson, whoever is left at the 5. If it's Okongwu or if it's actually you don't have to give up Capella or Okongwu. You probably have to give up Okongwu. You probably have to give up Okongwu because
you gotta give me a center. I want.
They already have us. They got Nicholas Claxton.
I don't care about. Okay, well then give me AJ Griffin.
I'm not giving you AJ Griffin. That's why I said you probably have to give up Okongwu because he'll be the backup center, and he's on a good deal, and he'll be behind Nicholas Claxton. So you probably have to do that. And then the Hawks, you start with you keep Capella.
No,
the money matches because you've given up John. You probably have to take a player with Kevin Durant. Actually, you probably have to take a player like Joe Harris or somebody at that point.
Because we're not trading.
We wouldn't trade.
We're not going to get into the fact that the architect of our team was the guy who said we should trade Trey, and then we didn't trust him, even though we trust him to build the team.
We already got into that. In fact, we had that entire conversation. That's why he's gone.
Let's not bury her. Who you got? Heat versus Bucks.
Bucks. Did you see? Giannis last game? He had 54 and 14.
Was he playing DeAndre Ayton again?
Clippers. Beat the Clippers. Destroyed
Zubac. Poor guy.
Destroyed Zubac.
Next up, we have the battle of the young Bucks.
OKC. I'm going Rockets. SGA all day. SGA all day.
I think the OKC is if they just need one superstar. And I think that they're
you forget they get Chet Holmgren. If they keep everybody there next, OKC gonna be crazy.
I forgot about him, but I don't trust him. Y'all know I don't trust him. I think he's.
But they got that's a hell of a piece to add. That's a hell of a small joker. That's a hell of a small joker. Actually, it's probably
I mean, I think that this is the best case. I think it's the best case scenario for everybody. You know, not outside of him actually being hurt. I think that it's given, you know, especially Jalen Williams, an opportunity to grow as a rookie, play a lot. You got Josh Giddey, who is now, you know, kind of getting to, I would say, a decent basketball player. SGA, who should be, you know, who's an all-star, who's playing out of his mind. Yeah, if you throw Chet in there, I don't know if they're in the. Are they still in the? Are they that bad that they can get Victor, or is that?
No. Well, yes. Sorry. Yes, they are.
Wow.
They need a center.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think that they're gonna be in that conversation.
Yeah, they're 13.
I think
they're 24 and 27. Just
yeah,
like
I think
Bulls,
the teams
who have Austin.
Yeah, I think the teams that will be in the conversation for Victor will be the Hornets, the Pistons, Spurs, and Rockets. I think everybody else, you should go ahead and make a personal decision that is not going to be an option for you. That also is pretty bad for the league because none of these teams, other than the Rockets would be the best situation for the NBA. Now, the Spurs do like foreign players and tall guys. You might get Pop to never retire at that point. You imagine Pop getting that?
I mean, the Thunder are in the lottery, I believe, right now. You never know.
I mean, they are, but they got 20. Like if you still have wins in the teens, I think you got it locked up, bro. Because I think that those top 4 spots are it was 3 spots before where people would take. And I think they leveled that out to 4. So I think those 4 teams have the highest chance. I think that if you're not those teams, you better be trying to figure something else out. So I think we're both picking OKC in that one. Mavs versus Warriors. The Mavericks are they're not in disarray, but they're desperate right now. They're trying to get somebody to go to play along Luka.
Luka's out. Going Warriors.
Oh, well then yeah. If the Mavs do not exist without Luka, so
man, and they talking about going to get Kyrie. I was like, man, that really does. I mean, it's an upgrade, but their dynamic is still the same. Like, they need a 3, really, really badly. They need a 3. I like Dorian Finney-Smith, but
I was about to say keep DFS.
They paid him, but you should have gotten him off the bench. I think he's a bench player. I think he's a I think he is great value, Jay Crowder, right? So I think he should have been off the bench, and they need to go get a 3. They need to go get somebody that's not happy. You got Spencer Dinwiddie at the 2, baby. But you need a defensive 3 that can create their own shot. Like DeAndre Hunter on this team would be just insane.
Yeah, and he wouldn't have to worry about Hunter guarding him either, which stresses him out. But yeah, we're definitely picking the Warriors in this. We don't really watch a ton of college basketball, but this is the first time that there will be no Roy Williams or Coach K in this UNC Duke in our lifetime. So I did want to make sure that we highlight that game. I'm pretty sure I'm going with UNC.
We highlighting that game. It's not even a top 25 game.
It's not, but it's just the first time that there's no Roy Williams and no Coach K in that game, which is kind of wild.
Well, my household is divided. Well, not my household, but my wife's household. Half of them are Duke, half of them are UNC. My wife is UNC. I've always liked UNC. I've never really been a huge Duke fan. Let's go UNC. Here's what it is. Got to go with the blacks. I guess they have blacks in Duke too, but you know. Except for Hubert.
I see what you did there.
Oh, Hubert kind of disproved that though. But
he did. Nope. Magic versus Hornets. Magic versus Hornets.
What's this, Sunday game?
Yes. Now this is a do not bet for me. Nope. Do not bet because I don't know who's going to be suspended after the fracas from last night. If you did not see that, Austin Rivers and Mo Bamba got into what we call the old-fashioned fisticuffs. Austin Rivers
didn't talk to each other on Instagram afterwards.
Yep, and after he said I didn't punch him because I didn't want to hurt him, and I hope he's okay.
Who said that?
Austin Rivers.
Please don't find me.
No, he confirmed he's getting fined when he said, yeah, we both threw hands. I was like, well, wait, why? I don't know when we got to this era where we just start telling on ourselves.
Mo really didn't throw no hands unless they were both when they were rolling down.
You didn't see him when he had that thing locked and loaded, ready to knock his face off.
Didn't throw it.
And I don't know how do you think the Austin Rivers went from upright to on the ground?
Suggs came and grabbed him and slammed him.
Well, yes. But yeah, that too. Yeah, I think
Austin Rivers got jumped low key. Like wait.
No, you cannot get jumped in my neighborhood. You walked over to our bench and thought that what do you think we're gonna do? Huh?
No. Whatever was said made Austin Rivers stop right then and there. And he went right at him, and Mo ain't. None of these dudes have fought before, I can tell. But
one thing I will say about Austin Rivers, he does not fit the mold of your typical coach's kid. He's not, and I think that's a lot. I think Doc probably instilled that, and I think he probably has a chip on his shoulder because people think he
definitely
just
has a
got
chip on his shoulder. He's always had a chip on his shoulder. You remember the stories from KG? Like he's in high school in 10th grade, and he's like, "Yo, check up 1-on-1, 7." Called out Paul Pierce, KG, Rondo.
I like Austin Rivers. He's one of those guys who I would love to have him on the Hawks. I don't understand how you just don't pick him. He does have that, I'm with the shits attitude.
Yeah, he can shoot.
Yeah.
His defense isn't the greatest, but
I mean, hey man, we have a long history of having guys who don't have.
So I'm gonna take the Hornets in this game. Now that you told me about all the suspensions that's gonna happen, I'm gonna take the Hornets too. Otherwise, what happened to old boy, the runaway rookie of the year? He's kind of calmed down, or people got used to him, one or the other.
Oh, Paolo Banchero, I think that it's so far out of contention that there's not even a need to have a conversation about it.
Gotta be. They don't even talk about him anymore. Oh, you talking about the actual? Yeah. Well, I don't know, man, because Benedict Mathurin.
He ain't Paolo Banchero. Let's be very clear about that. Paolo is averaging 20 points, 6.5 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 1 steal, and 0.5 block.
What's the name averaging? He's averaging pretty. Only thing is he comes off the bench.
Yeah, and Banchero is the man on his team. They're just in two different stratospheres. Mathurin is a good basketball player, and he plays a lot of minutes.
He should be an all-star then, right?
Yeah. I mean, the East bigs are too good. I mean, who you gonna take off?
Oh, they do have DeMar DeRozan in the backcourt.
Yeah.
He need to change his position to small forward. Well, that's forward. But yeah, I'm taking the Hornets. Cavs, Pacers, Sunday.
Cavs.
No. Donovan Mitchell is playing. Yeah, he is playing. Cavs, taking the Cavs.
Don't matter. Even if Donovan Mitchell didn't play, you still got Garland. You still got
well, they got Halliburton.
What's it?
Hey man, he's all-star.
Yeah.
Y'all argued me down, so y'all step by it. Now they got Halliburton, they got Mathurin, they got apparently Aaron Naismith has been playing well as of late. I think Miles Turner is actually playing. They actually signed him to a 2-year, $60 million extension, if I'm not mistaken, $30 million a year. So I think I'm gonna take the Pacers. No, I'm gonna take the Cavs because they got Donovan Mitchell. Cavs.
Exactly. All right, and Sixers versus Knicks. Come on, bloodbath. Isaiah Hartenstein. Prayers to you in advance. Joel gonna do terrible things to you.
It's Sixers, but it's not gonna be a bloodbath because I don't think the Sixers have anybody that can guard Brunson or lefty Julius.
What do you think Brunson gonna do with James Harden?
What do you think James Harden gonna do with
Nothing.
Brunson?
I think that he just knows he's a better player. I'm not concerned.
I don't think
you got to be more concerned.
Neither one of them can stop each other. Yeah, the wild card is the person that low key is on the trade block that nobody's talking about, and RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett is the wild card, and low key, Melton can't. Brunson, low key.
The Knicks are so stupid. First, you wanted to trade Julius, and that makes no sense. He's a very good basket. If Julius Randle gets treated so poorly,
Julius Randle is having the best year of his career this year,
and he should have took his ass to Miami. I will
But
go
in
to
the
my
past,
grave.
Julius Randle at times underachieved. He did.
No, he got a sorry ass team around him. Y'all pass Julius the ball and like, hey, Julius figured it out. And then when he doesn't figure it out as a power forward, y'all like, well, he's not the guy we brought in. Yeah, you brought in the flaming bag of Frenchmen. I don't even know where Evan Fournier is these days.
See, I think the Knicks are stupid for allowing Tom Thibodeau to come back this year. You have Cam Reddish, who is an ultra talent, who has actually been humbled enough to where he buys into his bench role and has played well. No, he hasn't played well. But you don't allow him to. You relegated Cam Reddish to Jalen Johnson. He is the Knicks' Jalen Johnson. He doesn't play. And when he does play, he does get a little bit of flash. You need.
Where's your player development with Obi Toppin?
Tom Thibodeau. All of this goes back to Tom Thibodeau. You need to fire Tom Thibodeau.
There was a guy who said that he thinks that Tom Thibodeau is not a very good coach, and you can never win with him.
There was a podcast that said that, not just a guy.
Okay.
An entire podcast that said that. Tom Thibodeau.
And I don't know how many more years of the Tom Thibodeau experience continues, but I will say I like it. He is like the new Mark Richt for me. He's a guy who, as long as you keep bringing him back.
You want to take shots? You want to take shots? We can do it.
Nah, Dan Mullen didn't have a long.
This is my season, bro.
Hey, Dan Mullen didn't have a long decorated history of delivering wins.
Okay. We got Mark Richt. You'll say that. We'll just take everybody after Urban Meyer for y'all and group them together like a big rubber band ball.
Okay, fantastic. Next, we'll have Raptors versus Grizzlies. The Raptors seem to be kind of in a tailspin right now. They look like they're going to try to unload some of these players. OG Anunoby seems to be, pretty hot on the market right now. I've seen some people reach out about Pascal, and they just have a weird team. And Fred VanVleet, because he wants money, and he probably is going to be out. This is a team that
What makes you think that the Grizzlies are not in a tailspin? The Grizzlies have like a super losing record since Josh said I'm good in the West. And what's his name is suspended this game, if I'm not mistaken.
Dylan Brooks?
Yeah, Dylan Brooks. Brooks.
I'm not the biggest Dylan Brooks fan.
Me neither. But yeah, I said all this. I'm still going to Grizzlies.
Yeah, Grizzlies all day.
Grizzlies. Fred VanVleet's gonna try to get his buckets though. You know what I want to see from Ja? I want to see from Ja I want to see him play defense. Every game I watch, they take him off the ball and pretty much treat him like Trae Young and put him over there, off somebody with defense. He don't never really guard nobody. Kev just said that the Grizz might play better without Brooks. If they do that, then he need to trade him. Go ahead. What were you about to say?
I lost my thoughts.
My bad.
Yes, but overall, I'm definitely picking the Grizzlies. Next up,
it was Ja defense. Ja defense doesn't play no defense.
Oh, I think that they do that to conserve his energy because he's so much of the facilitator on offense. He's not a terrible defender, but he's not a great defender either. He's like, to me, the poorest man's DeJounte Murray. where he doesn't play the most disciplined defense, but he will kind of get in there and get some steals and get some deflections?
No. But yeah, I mean, I think he just needs to be held to. If he needs to be held to the same defensive standard that other guards are held to.
And I mean, you also have a back line which was Steven Adams and Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, we got
the high jumping dude. I can never remember his name.
Yeah, but so for me, yeah, let's just conserve his energy if we know who.
Kev said his defense reminds me of Iverson. I said, Iverson didn't play no defense.
And then finally, Kings versus Pelicans.
Well, Kings.
Pelicans playing good too, though.
Yeah, I got the Kings because De'Aaron Fox should have been an All-Star. Well, I don't know if he should have been because I don't know who you really take off of that team, but I got the Kings in this one. Kings they don't really travel well though.
Don't make me pick. I'm probably going Kings. I'm gonna regret that. I think those are two really evenly matched teams. Yeah. I like them both for what they can do. I think they both have good futures if they can, hold everything together and amass probably one or two more pieces. Especially in this trade market.
The Pelicans dropped all the way to the 11th seed. Remember they were leading the West?
Jeez. Well, I mean, it's probably like it's probably 3 or 4 games in between all of those. If you go back and look at the Western Conference, it's close. This is what I will say about this season.
They're 6 games behind they're 6.5 games behind the Kings.
I will say that this is the first season where there is no clear-cut, dominant, we're the best team in the NBA, head and shoulders, nobody has a chance. I think top to bottom in both conferences right now, it is wide open. There are some teams that are playing better than other teams.
Ooh, I don't know about wide open in the East, bro. I think the East is a 3-team race right now. And everybody else kind of just battling to save face.
Okay, so who are your 3 teams?
Celtics, Bucks, 76ers.
All right, so with that, we're pausing the Nets. Till we figure out what they're going to do going forward, it's not a whole lot of reason to do anything with them. With that said, I think that on each night, now the Heat and Knicks I don't believe in, but I think the Hawks and the Cavs can give the Bucks a run for their money and the Celtics a run for their money. The 76ers and Joel Embiid, I think the Cavaliers are a little bit more prepared to beat him. But I think out of the top 5 teams, I think in the East, I feel like they can all they can all defeat each other.
Nah, I forgot I had the standings already up. See, I prepared and didn't even use it. What's up, Sabrina?
What up, though?
So here's my thought process on the Eastern Conference standings right now. The Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks and the 76ers are separating themselves from everybody else. The Brooklyn Nets are done. Unless they can convince Kyrie Irving to come back, and I don't know if you really even want Kyrie Irving back.
You might just do it all in for the rest of the season. That's the reason I'm not just ejecting them from that spot, because they could say, all right, well, we're not trading you and you're not coming back. But this will probably be the last time you play with KD, and they go out and, say, hey, man, let's just win with what we got.
That's fair, because like I said, KD did ask for a trade, and they said no after he signed a contract. Now, so to me, you would probably swap with the news that came out. You probably swap the Nets for the Cavs, and you basically move everybody else.
No, hell no. We saw the Nets go from number 16 damn.
Well, what I'm saying is if Kyrie does get traded, I don't think the Nets, unless they get a haul back. If this Kyrie news holds up, I think the Nets. You substitute the Cavs for the Nets. I don't
agree.
think the
I
Cavs
agree.
can beat any of those three teams. I lied. I think the Cavs could give Boston a run for their money. I don't think the Cavs can beat Milwaukee or Philadelphia. I don't think so.
I think that
Not in the 7-game series.
I think they can, because I feel like you got Jared Allen and you got Evan Mobley to throw at Giannis. You got to make it happen with. I mean, right. Nah, you're right. They need another season, dog. Evan Mobley ain't ready for that yet. That's a roller coaster he is not prepared for. He's been playing good, but not that good, big dog.
I like
get
him.
in there. And
I like the Cavs. I do. I enjoy watching the Cavs play. I don't think anybody right now is ready for Giannis except for maybe the 76ers.
I think he needs playoff experience before you can put him on into that monster, because Giannis gonna get there, and eventually you're gonna get the DeAndre Ayton. Hey, you two stand over there, you stand over there, and it's me and him. We're gonna do basketball bull in the ring. And you stand right there in that paint, and I'm gonna stand back there on the other end. I'm gonna run as fast as I can at your face.
And I'm gonna try to dunk on you every time. And for 25 shots, it worked.
Yo,
I saw him
so
do
bad
that to
for DeAndre
Zubac
Ayton.
2 days ago. They just said, you know what? Zubac, you getting too much points. Let's just give Giannis the ball. 54 points and 14 rebounds later, they came back and beat them. Mind you, the Clippers were up by like 15 to 20 points. Giannis was like, just give me the ball and move out the way.
Yo, they be running NFL blitz formations.
They do.
Motion
left, motion right. But so like I said, I think the top three teams are separating themselves. I don't believe in the Knicks, the Wizards, or the Bulls. I never will believe in the Bulls. The Pacers, I think the Pacers, if they can get healthy, could probably jump up to the play-in tournament. Of course, because of all of these other teams really have the 9 through the whatever seed really don't have much that they're going to do. I think only the Knicks and the Hawks in the play-in seating right now are actually worth staying together and trying. I think everybody else is going to end up being moved. You don't know what's going to happen here.
That is wild. Now, that's the thing. We are the best competitive team in the East. We are the worst competitive team in the East.
We should be
everything after us
right
is toast. You go ahead, pack your season up. You guys are playing for Victor Wembanyama. Now, see, the issue is
we should be the 5 seed, in my opinion.
If you get over there to the West, you got to get down damn there to. It's really just the Spurs. Everybody else, there is a world where you could get into the playoffs.
And
Thunder
the
ain't. I mean,
the Spurs,
the Lakers could fall off.
Yeah, the West is jumbled. The West is jumbled past seed 2, seed 1.
And I hate to say, I don't trust the Nuggets are having a good regular season. I don't trust them in the playoffs. Gas station sushi.
At home, I think they're a problem. But they have to get past. They have a mental block, like a franchise mental block. Ever since Dikembe in the 8 seed beats the Supersonics, they've underachieved in the playoffs every year since then, if I'm not mistaken. When they make the playoffs, they underachieve every year. So, I unless the Grizzlies can regroup, man, Ja put a bullseye on their back, and it seems like they're too young enough to realize it.
They're just not as good as advertised. They're entertaining, but not as good as advertised.
Who's not as good? I mean, their starting 5 is supposed to, well, they need a center. Well, they got Steven Adams, who like leads the league in rebounding. It's like top 3 in rebounding or something like that. Top 5.
Hurt. He's hurt for a long time, for like 5 weeks.
2. Ja at the 1, Bane at the 2, Brooks at the 2. Is it the 3? They got a defensive 3 though. I don't really want to do a deep dive into why the Grizzlies are underachieving and they're 32 and 20 in this number 2 seed.
And I have to also say that, hey, Desmond Bane, congratulations. You're proving me wrong. I did not think that you were legit, and you are averaging 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Congratulations, my friend.
Shout out Desmond, man. They say he's the tallest dwarf ever. They said he got super long legs and a dwarf torso. They said every time they show him from like the chest up, I laugh. But yeah, Desmond Bane is for real. He ain't no joke either. He be what he say? Dude from the Jazz, Clarkson is 0 for 4, 4 square ups, no punches thrown.
I still want Clarkson. I want Clarkson as a Hawk. With that said, I mean we're not gonna go belabor the Kyrie trade. We don't know what he's gonna do or when he's gonna do it. So that will be definitely a Monday Night Raw conversation.
Clippers make the call. Clippers make the call. Y'all got assets to trade. Clippers make the call.
And the Magic fight, I wanted to talk about it, but I feel like I want to save it for Monday Night Raw so we can actually get the video to go with it. It's very laughable. And of course, Reggie, I'm out last night, and Reggie is posting chaos because they're fighting mid-game. And I was like, you aren't tagged. And I'm like, what the hell? And it's
dog, because I was like, yo, everybody's fighting. I was like, I went to sleep, they was fighting. I woke up, they was fighting. I was like, somebody requested a trade while the baby was asleep. So when the baby was asleep, I took a nap. Woke up, Kyrie Irving requested a trade. I was like, what the hell is going on? So I just started posting all of the latest news that showed up on my news feed, and it was chaos for like 10 straight posts.
And just that quick, they're talking about LaVine for Kyrie. Made you think, didn't it? It made you think. KD be like, you know what?
There is no defense, though. I mean, zero. Who's your starting one? Patty Mills? Joe Harris? And just give the ball to KD and
no, you got to give me something else. I don't know where you get a starting point guard.
Kobe White. Give me Zach LaVine and Kobe White. Kobe White, I just need you to run up and down the court. Take the ball out. That's all I need you to do. You be the 11-year-old on your high school friend.
Kobe White can't do it. He cannot do it. The
Bulls Lonzo. Give me Lonzo, but you don't know when Lonzo gonna play. Curry?
Lonzo is
Curry would start. Curry would be the starting one. Yeah. Boy, you get
like that answer.
That means you put Curry on like James Harden or Trae Young or
giving up 40 a night.
Who else? Marcus Smart, Drew Holiday, Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. Fat Lowry, we ain't worried about. Jalen Brunson. Yeah, that's tough. You make LaVine the starting one? Ooh.
It's got to be something. That's got to be a 3-team trade because you got to at least have some. So, and I mean, I'm sure that nobody's paying attention, but somebody should be looking at Terry Rozier. The Hornets are
about to blow it up.
Yeah, and he can
contract
score.
Ain't the greatest though. They paid him a good amount of money.
But I mean, I like Terry Rozier, and I think you can get a decent amount of points out of him on a regular basis.
Yeah, he's good.
But with that said, we are going to wrap up this Saturday morning live. I'm going to lay down and close my eyes momentarily because I have had an adventure last night that involved quite a few crown needs.
Getting paid $24 million a year, 4-year, $96 million.
How many more years you got left? I might be okay for two at 48.
Wow. Nah, you got. 2 more years left after this year. So
that's 2 years. Two for 48.
Is this a player option? It is a player option. So he's got 3 years left.
Yeah, you got 3 years. Yeah, that's different.
3 years, 72 mil, bro.
3 is like 73, 74. And on time, but he giving you 20 points a night.
Yeah, on a team that don't have no other options. Who else gonna score? LaMelo just went out, just came back.
Them shoes. But we'll discuss that more in depth on Monday. Thank you guys for showing up on Saturday Morning Live. Another fantastic weekend of betting beers. I don't think that we had anything that was that we conflicted on this week.
Nope.
But you know what next week is, baby? It is the Super Bowl. We will be watching. We will be picking. Get your bets ready.
Get your beers. Get everything
ready. And we might do a little prop bet, do a little side bet. Hey, maybe we'll do who wins the kickoff. I'm interested.
I am. Yeah. I am prop bet. I like prop bets now. I am interested in that because I don't really want to pick against either black quarterback. Black Bowl. Ha ha. Ha ha. Y'all thought it was never going to happen. It happened and it's going to happen some more. Ha 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 ha. Black Bowl. I'm going to be super black next Sunday. I just thought about that. I'm going to be super black. Where is my kente cloth? I'm about to get a kente cloth fitted. I'm getting everything. I'm going to be super black next.
You need a kente cloth Kaepernick jersey. That would be peak Reggie. And where to work?
I work for Hold Down, but
yeah, what team is this? This is the team of Africa.
The Cucamonga Cracker Killers. That's what we are.
And let's wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for coming to watch. This has been a fantastic Saturday Morning Live. We will see you next week when we pick for the Super Bowl. Outside of that, we're trying not to get the podcast ended. Y'all be safe. God is love. Around the league, ATL and a playlist coming out this week. Probably gonna be 24. I don't know if I'm gonna get to 36.